I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, very good. Listen, I am kind of lacking for words, but yesterday I got an email from a fella named Sam Hackwell, and he sent this letter to the President of the United States, and it was a powerful letter, and I didn't want to speak. What I want to do, I want to read this letter to you, portion of it. I have two copies of the entire letter. I can give you copies if you need it. But to me, this was a powerful letter that this man wrote, and he wrote it to our President of the United States. I'm going to read only one page, and I hope I do a decent job of it. It says, "Dear Mr. President," and this is how we feel, people. This man expressed how we feel. "Dear Mr. President, hear the cry and the petitioning voice of millions upon millions of Americans who stand united. Our grievances and afflictions are too much for American citizens to endure without complaint and without action. We, the citizens of the United States, are seeing our sacred rights granted us through providential inspirings and bestowals restricted, which were bought and paid for by the blood of our noble patriots, limited and denied and taken, and we are seeing our Constitution, the precious pearl of our government, being cast down and trampled upon by the calloused and hurried hoofs of beastly indifference and irreverence. We are seeing our hard-earned tax money squandered in ever-increasing amounts, now totaling trillions of dollars. We are groaning under the heavy hand of tyranny and oppression. We therefore demand from the highest councils of our nation that you stop these abuses of our rights and liberties and freedoms. For too long, Mr. President, politicians have used party affiliations and social issues to divide us as a nation. But please, sir, let the unmistakable rumblings from the giant of silence, who is now gathering in forces, organizing and raising his voice that will be heard as well as felt, let that clear warning be made that you have stirred and awakened. This Tea Party movement, the largest grassroots movement in history of this country, is only beginning." Now, I was so moved by this man's letter, and he says, "The participants have come from every political party. We are independents, we are Republicans, we are Democrats, from all parties and from no party. We are all ablaze with the passion of protectionism of our freedoms, our rights and our Constitution. We stand united in principle and purpose. We stand united against the undisciplined spending, waste, and corruption. We stand against unconstitutional bailouts and soaring deficits. Sir, we stand against the abuse of government power and its unrestraint. We stand against the ever-expanding government and its intervention. We stand against the drift to the doles of socialism, whether in whole or in part. We stand united, sir, against the injustices and blatant disregard of our rights as citizens. Excuse me. We stand united against the lack of real concern for the future of America. In whole, we stand united against self-righteous attitudes and the coercive maneuvers of big government, imposing standards that most Americans do not approve of. Our rallying cry to you is that this nation's greatness cannot be maintained when the freedoms and liberties of its people are unconstitutionally denied and taken by its government. Excuse me. And when government abuses its proper role and its privileges, these grievous governmental interventions are taking us down dangerous and destructive paths. All these needs need to be changed. Now, today, my little comment on this is this. My friends, that's why we're here. To fight for and to reclaim America. We're going to do it. There are thousands of Tea Parties today, all over the United States. Each one of you is part of changing history. Folks, I love you. I'm so proud, so glad to be standing here with you. You are so important. And this is all for America. So, I just had to read this one page. There's 4 pages of this letter. I said to Mike yesterday, Mike Kaczynski, who's been a big help. There are so many of you who have been a big help, too. I appreciate every one of you that's pitching in. I said to Mike, and I sent him this letter. I says, you know what? As soon as you read that letter, you're going to want to stand up and salute the flag and sing the Star Spangled Banner. Because boy, oh boy, it riled me up. But anyway,